Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. It's Friday. Normally it's a Lego day, but I don't have a new Lego set for 2026 yet. So we're going to be back in Minecraft today, which is fine because we didn't really finish what we were doing yesterday. We need to go get some more honey blocks. I need to figure out what I'm going to leave Alistair for the honey blocks, probably some shulker boxes. And we're going to come back and finish up the other elevator. We're going to work on the third floor, try to get a ballpark for that, get some more quartz from our villagers, probably bring back some iron if we need to. There's a lot of things on the to-do list, and I'm really now starting to get concerned about what the outside is going to look like now that we kind of know where the elevators are going to go. So I want to try and get that kind of back and forth going. Another thing we should try to do is actually go get some bees and bring some bees back so we can have our own honey farm. I got a funny feeling we're going to be using honey elevators a lot in this area, so that's the plan for today. Welcome in, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good Friday so far. Rin W8, welcome back. Cosmic is lurking in the background. Mr. Balrog says, I caught my son chewing on electrical cables. I grounded him until he can conduct himself properly. I see what you did there. And then confesses that they tried to come up with something better, but they came up short. Yep. Everyone pile on to Mr. Balrog. What's the line? What is this new devilry? Erendos, thanks very much for the Prime sub. That's a great way to start the stream. Thank you. Nadila, good to see you as well. Let's just jump right in. I actually took the time to empty my inventory before I started the stream this morning, so we should be fairly organized. But I wanted to start off by going on a little road trip. We're going to go get some honey blocks, so we need to put this stuff away first. Paints. I also want to make an end rod shulker box. And we'll use, do I have one honey block? I think I do. Yeah. So we will go get more honey. I want to make a new shulker. I think white is probably the easiest way to do a shulker box for end rods. It's not going to be the most visible thing. Oh, I guess it'll glow with our pack, so that's good. Maybe white won't be the best way to do it. That's fine. I just seem to want these all the time, but I don't want the purple. So I don't need the purple to be out and around. We'll just use the coarse fruit flowers. And then we'll put that, I guess, in here. Alright, so I need a shulker box for honey, and I need shulker boxes for Alistair. What's a good... half a stack, maybe? Good trade. Torches. The only other thing I need is yellow terracotta, but we've got lots of terracotta to dye, so that should be fine. It's just that to do some yellow dye. Bees, we'll want to make sure But I've got a couple of leads. Sure, I have more than that. I do. Oh, you know what? I might have bees in hives somewhere. Yeah, there's bees right there. Okay. Well, we really only need to go to Alistair's to get honey then. We can start our own bee farm here. Nice. Cool. I'll just leave that out here. Bunch of junk in the drawers. You always have to have at least one. We do have universal dyeing, but I discovered that the universal dyeing creates a different component value. See, all of these have 10 as a component value, but if it's been universally dyed, then it has like an 11 component value, and then you can't pick block it. It's really weird. So I'm trying to just do it in a vanilla way. Plus, I've got a lot of terracotta for the little bits we're using as highlights. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. All right, I guess that's really all we need. I guess I need to just... Do I have iron somewhere? Yeah, we're good for iron. I guess I could top it up. Why not? We're going that way anyway. And I need a... I guess I need a shulker to leave for Alistair. Oh crap, I should have named it. Do we want to dye it? That's probably fine. Cool. Maybe a little side quest we'll do today is move this thing. Nadila here with 100 bits. Thanks very much. Did that kick off the hype train? That's amazing. Thank you. Also, I'm going to replay that Prime sub from Arendos because it was on the starting screen. I really need to get my stuff sorted in terms of the online or the on-screen displays. They're a little dated. They need a refresh. A lot of them are from before I had a camera. The hype train went off before that? Wow. Well, thanks very much, either way. I want to go to Alistair's place. Abydos, the home of Alistair and Avalon. I'm not sure when the last time Alistair was online, but he's been playing for years. Obviously built up a really cool space. But he has a honey farm. Behold the Tower of Honey. He's expanded. I don't remember it having an outside like that. We want the blocks. I don't want to take all of his stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be okay. I'll leave him the... I should have renamed the shulker box thanks for the honey. Oh, are those just sitting there doing nothing? I wonder how those get collected. I'll have to let him know it might not be working. I'll just send him a message on Discord and let him know. Unless he's got a sign somewhere. See a barrel. Nothing there. I was thinking minecart too, but is it running? Like, I'm not seeing it. It's not moving. Trying to remember where he keeps something like an anvil or a sign. Ethics violation. Be funny. Nice. Sheep farm. Back of the bee farm. All right. I'm not seeing any kind of construction area, so I'll just leave this out front. Oh, those are slabs. Okay. Cool. Could have stopped with chunk loading or server restarts, yeah. Yeah, that's long enough that it probably should be collected. I'll have to let him know. So if you haven't guessed, all of Alistair's stuff is themed after Stargate. This is a huge room. All right, that's the honey. Now we need to top up the iron. Works for me. I still need to try that black glass floor idea. We should do a section outside. See if we like it. Oof. I need to change. I think it's the Bobby mod that's causing the glitches. I need to I've got one Voxy, I think it's called. I'm gonna try that out, see if it works better. All right, first things first, we need to do the elevators. Water. Those probably need some yellow glass, orange glass paints. Yellow terracotta. Also, we're going to need tough, deep slate, quartz. We'll bring the smelter thing. I think that's everything I need. And rods. And then whatever we're going to do up there. I think it's going to be more quartz. I think so. So it's nighttime, so we're going to go and trade with these guys now, because they'll refresh their trades again in the morning. We can get just over a stack of emeralds at one time, which is pretty good. So that's a stack of quartz at a time. A little bit more than that. I wish we could get quartz. I guess the piglin bartering farm is the closest you can get to quartz happening in the background, attached to a gold farm. Voxy's what most hermits use? Yeah, that's how I heard about it. I was watching Hermitcraft. Do I need this all to be smooth? I only need about a half a stack of smooth right now. Cool. So I can fill in this missing piece. And end rods for the lights at the bottom, at least for now. It's too bad that blaze rods are horizontal in their display as an item, because you could do, it would be cool to do like alternating blaze and end rods there. And then, oh, the honey blocks are going to be tricky to do because I can't do those. I guess we'll have to go scaffolding. How far do we go? At least... Up to here, I guess. I need some water. The Wormbow, thanks for the lurk. We need to clean up this area too. This is a mess. I also need the trusty kelp blocks. Kelp, not blocks, but That is going to lead me straight down to my death, I think. Yep. How much of that fell straight down? Probably very little. I'm so glad they made the change that you can plant kelp directly on soul sand. Scaffolding goes all over the place. I agree, Mikatu. It's not helpful at all. I don't know why they designed it like that. Nice. Now we just have to work on the sides. Some of that's going to be easier from the inside, I think. So we've got lights even with this top bar. Right? And then it's every second block. Helpful. Sarcasm at the max. Then we can just line these up. Okay. Now, did I have to do both sides? I don't remember. I think I only did it on the sides. Wonder what it would look like if we did it from behind, too. Add the lights in. So we'd go down this way. That's the ground floor. 1, 2, 3. I think this is the fourth one. Oh, that looks cool. Yeah, I like that better. That way, each honey column has got a light behind it. Then we just add the glass on the side. I also need some slabs. I completely did not get more quartz. These guys all reset, I'm sure. Get distracted by building. It's dark again. Missed out on a couple of rounds. You almost need to have like a little egg timer. I wouldn't want to do this a long time. It's pretty boring. It's a quick way to get quartz, but... I really wish you could rearrange the trades so that the one that you... Or even if it was like the one that you used last would be at the top. Or your most frequent trades would be at the top. That would make sense too. Alright, how did I do this over here? I did... Oh, I need more quartz up there. So it's 2 slabs, 2 rows of slabs. And it goes right up against the glass, I guess. Why does that not look right? Oh, because I've got orange here. Which do we prefer? Any thoughts, chat? Do you like the quartz going up the side here? I mean, imagine the quartz continuing on. I think I prefer the quartz. There's the difference is that there's a stripe of terracotta here, and there's not there. I think it's a little bit more subtle without it. Like walking by, right? There's a lot more orange or yellow, I guess. Although if we do this, we might want to change that glass. Maybe we use white glass? Cleaner on the right side? Yeah, I think so too. Without the yellow terracotta there, I kind of want to see what this has looked like with different color glass. We know we can't use yellow because my texture isn't fixed. Yeah, I think maybe we go with the white. We might actually be able to have white on the bottom too. So I'm wondering now that I've done that, if instead of this yellow thing here, we could go with smooth quartz. Yeah. And then, because we're going with quartz, we could do something cool. Excuse me. All right, not that. It has to be solid on the bottom. I think I like the middle one with the chiseled quartz. Maybe pillars? It's too busy. You know, I think simple wins. I think just a couple of quartz blocks. think we'll keep that there. We might be able to do more with it with some yellow glass, maybe. I think I like the white glass. I mean, I need to change this inside here. Let's do that from the top. Now, do I want to go? Oops. Oh, no, I don't like the black there. No. Yeah, maybe we just go with some smooth quartz there. Suncycler, hello! Your first time seeing this, so hold on. Let's back up. You'll get a sense of scale. So we're in the process of transitioning from the second floor to the third floor on the inside, and then that will hopefully help give me an idea of what the outside's gonna look like. Yeah, I was inspired by this. Oh, and that. So inside was this, outside was that. I don't know about this dark ceiling now. I kind of think we'd be better off just doing straight quartz. I'd want to arc it though, that's the only issue. What do we do? I think regular quartz slab wins. But this feels very plain through here without some sort of overlap. Maybe we just don't have the top glass. Maybe we just have the one glass. Yeah, it needs something. Try to mimic what we had inside with the tuff. So in the tuff on the inside, we've got a stair and the slab. So maybe I can do something similar there. I have to bring that out. Whoops. Oh no. We do that, I think we have to start from the stairs at the back. I think that's probably the best bet right now. Jackson Dynamite, hello, hello. How's it going? Thanks for the break reminder, Dan. Appreciate it. Now, where do these go? These go one down from us, right up against the honey block. So, there. Yeah, I think that looks cooler. Keeps with the form. There's still enough of a shadow there that feels different. We could probably put a couple of lights in here to mimic the lights in there. Maybe we do 2, 3, and 2. That's probably a good idea, actually. We'll do that when I come back. Folks, I take a break once an hour. Gives me a chance to grab another cup of coffee. You can grab a friend, let them know that we're streaming. You can also, if you're watching this later on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube, like and subscribe. I know it's not the first time you've heard that, but I would really appreciate it. I'll be right back. Ogro Souza, welcome in. Thanks for saying hi. How'd you find the stream? Always curious to see how people find the stream the first time. Well, I think that's pretty good. I do want to mess around a little bit more with the bottom and see if we can't get some cool lighting effects happening. This might be too much, but we'll give it a go anyway. I need some basic blocks to just put down. Ms. Mist, welcome back. Hope you're having a good Friday. I guess those could all be slabs too, couldn't they? So what I was thinking was, if I did lights here. This might look cool. Yeah, we'll just change these back to full blocks. But all these could be slabs. Just have to change a couple things over here. I wonder what'll look better, quartz or a light. Whoops. I think quartz actually looks better. Yep. Yeah, I like that better. Oh, good. We've got some stuff I can attach blocks to. Why is that there? Oh, right. Okay. Nice. I think that works. Weirdly, it feels a little dark up there, but... I wonder if it would benefit from having a ring of light there, too. I know I have to do the back side of this one. Right, so it's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Missing one. Cool. Right on. So now we have to figure out what's happening on this floor. I'm going to remove this thing too, because this has been bugging me. Stuff went absolutely everywhere. Okay, I think that wraps up the elevators for this floor. The glass almost disappears sometimes when it gets dark, which is weird. I wanted... Oh, I was going to put them lights up here, didn't I? I need regular purple frog lights and some white glass blocks. So it's a 3x3 in the middle. And then 2. Yeah, we'll have to do a little bit of block replacement, I think, but we should be good. I think that'll look good when we fix it. I guess this also could have been andesite, couldn't it? But then it wouldn't seamlessly transition there. The question is, does that look good? I hope it does. I think it breaks up the ceiling a little bit. We could maybe only do singles on the end. Curious about that. Yeah, we'll do that. I think it looks better with this arch. What happened there? I can't believe I could reach that. Cool. All right, that only took forever. I guess we'll move on and drop this top floor down a little bit with some diorite and try to work out how that's going to transition. No rain and tornadoes, that's good, Ms. Mist. We don't like those. Never had to deal with the tornadoes, only hurricanes. They're bad enough. Loading up on the quartz. Might as well keep those. Might need them. All right, we'll get some diorite for that second floor. Or third floor, I guess. Yeah, I'm not crazy about what's happening right there. So we're going to try to continue this on. Had I been smart, I would have put the platform in before I started ripping all this down. Oh well. Makes it more interesting. And by interesting, I mean a pain in the butt. It's like a weird maze back here. So the top floor is not going to be diorite. It's probably going to be quartz, but I need something to just design from and space things out with. And we can break polished diorite with our pickaxes pretty fast because of the haste. So that's why. I'm also not sure how far we need to move. Like, is there going to be a door here? Like, what's the... There has to be some sort of arrival part for the elevators. No sleeping. We should probably think about what we're going to do for a roof, too. Keep our measurements. Having the elevators is so nice. Whoops. It would be nice to leave some spaces open too, because if we ever need to move items around, it'd be nice to be able to do that. What are the other 3 rings going to be? No idea. Absolutely no clue. Absolutely no clue. Something we were talking about on the Spawn Chunks this week was our plans for 2026, and I was just like, I've got some plans, but I don't have all the plans. And I mean, in part, I don't know what Minecraft is going to come out with. Like, I don't know what the new drops are going to be this year. So like, I don't want to plan everything too down to the T, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know how far this has to go sideways. Yeah, I got a feeling that that should be closed off and start to go towards some sort of ceiling. This whole thing should maybe be dropped by a bit. Not sure whether at this point we should be able to see down there, or whether being here is good enough. I don't know if I want it to be like an open mezzanine style building. Seems like a lot of wasted space. We could probably do a lot of really cool stuff in the middle here if that was like a space to build. I'm just not sure. So the idea would be to have some storage in here, but I didn't really leave myself much room. We might have to push these stairs back, because we'd want to have, a little bit of design here for the elevator. So probably 3. Then there'd be some sort of transition here. And that would not leave many spots for shulker boxes. Like if you're thinking like a little bit of a transition here, and then like 3 shulker boxes, 3 shulker boxes, and then you'd be going up the stairs. So I think one of these wings is going to be storage, to answer your question, Mikatu. I think I'll make like a permanent design. I was hoping to have all the storage on one floor. I feel like I could achieve that if I used like an entire wing for storage. And it'll probably be that one. It'll probably be the north wing. It'll get revamped, probably. Because this feels kind of too close to any kind of pattern here. Mischievous Cat, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Revamping is what happens when Dracula bites you again? Nice. I don't know that about vampire lore. Honest question. Do vampires ever bite vampires? Or what happens? Need more slabs. How did you find the stream, Mischievous Cat? Was it from the Spawn Chunks? Was it from Twitch? Still, that's a pretty cool feeling. I like the idea of going up some sort of staircase. Obviously, I've done something different here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I like the idea of going up into whatever that is going to be. And I can imagine in that area we'll probably have more of these kind of like holographic displays and things that look very techy and futuristic. I want that to maybe be an arch. That could be cool. Well, I was going to get them all, and now I'm not so sure. Not worry about just one. Both caught the podcast a few times. Saw you streaming, tune in. Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. Well, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. I missed. It's difficult to get off at a floor. And I guess we'll go get some tuff to put up there, some stairs. I guess we'll make some. That should be enough. Such a pain. That's not what I want the transition to the next floor to look like. It's the right height, I think. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Usually I prefer an odd number, but we could be okay. Because I would want something like this, something similar in terms of design, level of detail, nice 70-30 mix of lights and background. And I don't like, I'm thinking I want to have something here kind of go up into the middle. So I don't know whether this is going to be open. Like, I just don't know if I want this top part to be open. Like, do I want another railing here that we can all like look down over this whole space? Or do I want this to be a wall, right? Like, you've arrived and the only place to go up here is that way. Or there's a door here and this is just like a floor. Like, is this the new, you know, we've got this cross here that's just meant to measure things. Like, is that just meant to be, you know, the new height for that? And then I'd have to have some sort of support coming off of this, but I feel like the supports would have to be a lot bigger. So this might have to be higher. This would still have to be solid, but I could see something starting here and arcing up to roof level, creating like some sort of like support structure. I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. But that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with the way that that turned out. Again, the outside needs a bit of work. The addition of the lights in the ceiling inside the door do two things. It looks cool from here, continuation of that pattern, but it illuminates this. Otherwise that would be in shadow. I like that. You like those displays? Thanks. Yeah, you know, it's not bad for pure vanilla Minecraft. With the exception of I've taken the ends off the end rods. I think that's the one thing that really helps it. That's not vanilla, but everything else is vanilla. You could do this all with vanilla Minecraft. It's just glass and stairs and panes and stuff. Cool. Well, I wouldn't mind switching gears. Maybe we'll dig a little bit of that down, or I could set up a bee farm. I could also do the legwork for some of the other platforms. Like, these are all very, very empty. Not crazy about that. tough might be a better choice for that. I think I tried that. I don't remember. It does look very similar to that, doesn't it? Really like the sound that Deep Slate makes when you set it down. It's cool. Okay. Let's go put some of this stuff back. But first, at least with these ones, we don't have to scroll. Which is nice. Could the crosshairs be incorporated as a walk across bridge type thing? We talked about that kind of stuff before too, I think. I think Sandy mentioned that yesterday. Yeah, we could do something like the gangplanks and the pedways that Star Wars has. They never have railings. It's always just like this crazy thing that's lit from below. It's been a while since I've had 60 levels. Reminds me of the Star Wars Death Star map I played years ago. Yeah, totally. There's a Death Star map in Minecraft, you mean? That's a cool idea. Kind of a mini utility shulker going on. I think it was Xbox. Probably like, oh, not Force Awakens. What was... I'm trying to remember the names of those games. Not Rebel Alliance. What are the games I'm thinking of? Not The Last Jedi. What's the multiplayer one? Nope, not Old Republic. Battlefront, thank you. Battlefront is what I was thinking of. I've played Battlefront a little bit. Really wish I had a good Star Wars game. I can't remember the last time I played a good one. I should just download and play. I should have bought the Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order when They were on sale over Christmas. They were cheap. It was like $8. I haven't had a lot of time to game on the Xbox lately, so I find it hard to spend the money. The problem is, like, if you don't spend the money, then when you do have the time, you don't have the game. Right? But I just find it hard to justify. It's like, well, I could spend $20 on a couple of games, but then, like, I never get to play. I'm just wasting money. I fully intended to buy Bastion for like $3 on Steam, and I forgot. I would have done it, but it slipped my mind. That's probably what we would have been playing this morning. All right, well, I think about what we're going to do next, because I think I want to shift gears. We've been inside a lot, and I'm still not quite sure what I want to do. I feel like quartz is going to be what we want to do up here, but it's going to be tricky. So while I think about things like the roof design and other things, we also have to think about how we're gonna hide that. It's gonna be tricky. I think I want to make these bigger. I think I want to bring these up a good 5 or 6 blocks, which is going to be cool because I think we can put some lights in them too. And I would like to get a little bit more done down here. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just spend a little bit of time digging today. Be a nice chill way to make some progress and just kind of see what's down there. I don't know yet quite what I'm going to do in terms of the design, so it won't be something we texture, but we will definitely dig it down. I have to make a decision as to whether I want to dig out the walls or whether I want to leave the walls the way that they are. But anyway, I'm a little bit early, but I'm going to take another break. Just gives me a chance to grab the coffee and the water and stuff. You should too. Grab a friend. Let them know that we're streaming. And if you're watching this on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube later, like the video if you're enjoying it and subscribe if you want to see more. We post these 24 hours after I stream. So Tuesday stream goes up on Wednesday, etc. There's lots to catch up on. I've been streaming for a few years. I'll be right back. All right, I think we're going to do what I said, and that is dig out some of that main area. So we'll just bring a spare shulker. That, and I guess I could try to set up a bee farm too. Probably have enough honey. Yeah, we're probably okay. All right, so I've got a pickaxe. I've got this. I'll need some extra scaffolding maybe. And that's probably it. I might want to fill that in with purple glass so that we don't fall down. That might be a good idea. I should smelt some glass while we're doing this. That's the other thing. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I've got 4 furnaces kicking around. 2 there and 2 there. I really need to start thinking about other buildings too, because we're starting to get to the point where I need to smelt a lot of material. I need to make a lot of concrete. Like, it's going to be something that's going to start to take a lot of time. So. But if I can get the design stuff done for the command center, then I can always return to the wings and do them at any point. Glass being made. Don't think there's anything else that has to go in the background. Should be good. Take care, Dan. Have a good one. No, I don't think we're going to actually have this be covered in glass, but we'll see. I just think while working on it, it's going to be a real pain to not have it be. Oh, that's the wrong one. Glad I noticed that. Tough part about this is that it's not just a straight big hole. There'll be caves and stuff we'll have to deal with. Which will save time, so not a bad thing. To remember where to put the scaffolding. Probably the middle would be the better place for it. I'm also wondering whether I should start to think about like how to design the walls here, because if we get down too far, it's gonna be a real pain to come back up and change the walls. So maybe we have to think about putting the walls as a certain design. Thank you, Haste 2. And I'm glad I didn't make this too big, otherwise it would be a real pain. So every layer is going to need at least half a shulker. No, a third. Okay. That's not bad. Yeah, so what are we going to do? Is this going to be quartz? Am I going to be that guy? I think we'll have to get down 5 or 6 blocks and then we'll have to do some tests. I also need to figure out if I can make it move. I want to do something in the middle that has like strobing lights. So I have to figure out how to do that. Oh, we have company. Hey, Silvery, how's it going? This is way more interesting than just clearing out a big square. I find that when I dig out big square areas, it's very boring. It's kind of hard to... It's hard to even talk over, because your brain is just, like, completely zoned out. And being underneath the purple glass is kind of cool. The purple shadows and stuff that it's casting. you might just end up finding enough coal that we don't have to worry about a super smelter for too long. All right. So the idea would be to have some sort of structure here. I think I like the idea of it being quartz. It's expensive, but what do I use to make my glass seamless? It is two things. It is a mod for connected textures, continuity. And then I also have a glass texture that removes the little dash lines. Oh, we're full. I need to start making separate shulker boxes for this stuff, I guess. Actually, we're probably going to need that one. Use the gravel one. Light gray. That should free up some room. Now we don't get a lot of this other stuff, so we should be able to just maybe use gold for this one. Sure. I feel like I have a gold shulker box somewhere. I guess not. Cool. You're new to Java, but you've been seeing a lot about the continuity mod. Yeah. If you do bang Joel's mods in chat, then you should be able to get a list of the stuff that I have. It's up to date within a month or so, I think. A couple months. Oh, I meant to bring the quartz down. Crap. Try not to fly directly into a glass block 2 blocks above my head. Oh, I did bring the quartz. What am I doing? Would have been an unfortunate bird impression? Yeah, totally, right? So this could be quartz. Where's the north wing? Here we go. That does look really cool. It's surprisingly easy to cut out these angles. You'd think you'd have to be a little bit more accurate, but not so bad. That's going to be a problem. We're going to have to redo the scaffolding every time. So maybe I should cut the scaffolding into the middle or something. At some point, we're going to be able to go into the elevators, which is going to be fine. Just can't do that right now. There are water elevators in the middle. For anybody that doesn't remember. Kind of a nice chill way to wrap up a Friday stream. It might be mods only. Sorry. Mods or VIPs, maybe? Sounds like I appreciate the attempt, though. Thanks. Yeah, unfortunately, we do have a problem with new folks coming in and like spamming commands. So we try to keep the commands to either VIPs or mods as a permission level. Yeah, I think that'll look cool. Even without the glass, it'll look cool. I would argue that it looks cooler when you're not looking through the glass. At the very least, it will be lit up. If not, I want to be able to try to make it move. Even if I'm just putting frog lights on sticky pistons and moving them around, I want something like that to happen. So we're going to have to do like a test somewhere. Expensive way to not cheap material cost? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we have to do concrete. That's the other thing. We could, I mean, I just chose white. We could do white concrete. As long as I'm not trying to do anything fancy with stairs and slabs, then concrete would be a better option, I think. Because sand and gravel is a little bit easier to collect. It would take a lot to make the concrete, but that's not terrible. I think it'd still be, it would be tedious, but it would be faster than getting quartz. Elkhorn, how's it going, my friend? I don't know if I've seen you since the new year. How were your holidays? Wow, a lot of coal. We've just got shulker boxes upon shulker boxes of coal. For the interim, I think it's worth maybe collecting and removing some of this stuff. So it's not terrible looking. For things like screenshots and stuff. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm assuming this is going to be at least 3 times deeper. How often are we going to want there to be lights in the walls? Every 3 blocks? I don't remember when my first floor hit. I think I went down 30 blocks for the elevators in the middle. We might have to add another access point. Holidays were good, says Elkhorn. Hectic as always. Both sides of the family are local. Oh, yeah. Lots of visiting, lots of scheduling, I can imagine. All of my family is local, too. My immediate family, so it makes it easy. We all just gather at my sister's place, so I just popped over there and hung out for the day, and it's nice because my parents are older, and so it's nice that they only have to drive across town. Like, they don't have to get on the highway if it's bad weather, and no one has to leave early because they want to get home before too late because of the long drive. Like, it's just 5 minutes down the road. Honestly, I think my dad and his partner are the farthest, and they're over in Halifax, so it probably takes them 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes of city driving to get to my sister's. My mom and my stepdad, it's like 5 minutes. I'm like 10 minutes away. It's great. Man, if this was early Minecraft, we'd be rolling in it. I want to try to find a use for coal ore. I've got so much of it. I think it'd be really fun to try to build with it somehow. Well, kids, if you find yourself a mushroom island, dig in. Lots of stuff. All right, sun is back. We should probably take periodic breaks to go get some quartz. Oh, that's full. We'll have to do this a few times, I would imagine. So weird that they just face the wall. It's like they're in trouble. And we're going to be repairing our pick while we do this, so that's good. Double whammy. We'll have to remember to come up before 11 in the morning. Two stacks in a bit. Yeah, this was a really good idea. I would be so frustrated trying to go mine for quartz. Place it all down, collect it all. Drive me nuts. Oh, wrong way. No. I'm gonna raise these elevators by 1 block, I think. I wanted to try some frog lights. That is starting to look cool. I do like that. Maybe we'll try 5 blocks down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I wanted to try some concrete in here too. Those are all facing forward. Try them more vertical. It might be better. At least they'd be consistent. So the question is that far enough where you can still see the lights? We might want to raise that up a little bit. I've got an easy landmark now when I fly up here to look at. Concrete. So the idea would be that these pistons would move these blocks somehow. I don't know that it's going to make much of a difference between the concrete and the quartz. The concrete might be a little bit too smooth. Quartz does look nicer. Is it F12? No. Oh, whoops. Threw myself into creative mode. I'm a little bit worried it's going to make it look flimsy, but we'll have to dig down another couple blocks before that we can really see if that's the case. also harder to see with the glass, like the edges. So it might be better to do this first. To dig first. Whoop! Bat, you got in the way. At that point, we need to carry around a flashlight. I might have to start doing what I know Impulse is doing, where he starts a stream, and every stream he digs out one layer at the start of the stream. It takes him like a half an hour, 40 minutes. And that's what so every stream he does, he just kind of takes one more layer into the silo. It's a smart way to do it. Because then you're not spending the whole stream just digging out holes. So we're coming to the end of mine. That's why I decided to do it at the end. I'm hoping I have enough room. I don't know if I've given myself enough space inside of this thing to have redstone that would actually strobe the lights. I think I do. Yeah, I think I do like the quartz better. Get one more layer in, and then I'll try to put some quartz underneath the lights. See if that looks good. I mean, I'm going to go with whatever looks better, and if it just means we have to collect an awful lot of quartz, that's fine too. Yeah, I have to say, digging out a shape that's not like a large flat area is way more interesting and fun. I'm surprised I haven't done this more often. Pix did a really cool project last year, year before, where he dug out this cylinder of earth, but then he moved it and put it like hovering above the ground. It was really cool. It was based on a sci-fi image, I think, from a tabletop game or a short story or something. Dan, do you remember what it was called? Oh, Dan's gone. Never mind. I forgot. Something noun number? Yeah. Something noun number. Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, I left all my shulker boxes up there. I guess I'll use this one. Solstice 5? That sounds sort of familiar. I don't know if that was it or not. All right, where's the quartz? Do this one first. The concrete is just so smooth, it doesn't really feel like much. It's great in other contexts, but I think this might be the spot to do the quartz. So the purple is kind of messing with it a little bit. Maybe I should remove the glass. Maybe that's what we need to do. Just leave one little bridge to the north here. And tear down the rest. So we can get a good view. Man, this is with haste 2. Can you imagine how tedious this would be without it? Working with glass in this game is it's a little unforgiving, especially for the uninitiated. Well, we won't have to make purple glass for a while. Hopefully this will look cool when it's done. It's one of those projects where, like, I'm not sure that this is going to translate the way that I want. Welcome back, Nadila. Hello. Sounds like a rage room. Lots of stuff being broken. Yeah. Yeah, for anybody trying to concentrate on work while they're lurking, and I'm just like, smash, smash, smash. The stone popping noise is probably really, like, soothing for Minecraft players, but then the glass noise, you just see people trying to, like, email or do stuff at their office, just, like, twitching and just like, what? I have to go see what Joel's doing and tell him to stop it. There would be a fun fundraiser. I'm going to break glass until we raise enough money for me to stop breaking glass. When really you just don't watch the stream. Gonna grab some panes while I'm up here too. Oh, crap. I want to just be able to hold my mouse down, but I don't think I can do that. Take it easy, Miss Ma'am. Have a good class. Appreciate you being here. Great to see some new familiar faces. I know that not necessarily strangers to the stream, but I feel like there's been a number of people that have been showing up like every day this week, and that's great. I really appreciate it. I really like the new time slot. I really enjoy starting my day off with a 9 to 12 stream. Like, it's a great way for me to always fit it in. It's never at risk. I'm never doing anything in the morning at that time that I wouldn't be happy to stream instead. So it's the kind of stuff that I would be doing would just be like email and admin stuff. Like, I can do that at night in the afternoon. If I don't get to it, I can do it in the evening. It's great. I think that's all of it. It's too bad we can't make displays like this in Minecraft. Like, I know these things are just floating entities, but it would be nice if we could have something just, I don't know, off the grid. While we're here, to wrap up the stream, I'm going to put stone in here so it's all the same color. I'm curious what this is going to look like from the map view. I think it'll be worth the extra effort. Because I don't know if I'm going to be spending the next stream digging. I'm probably not going to be digging. I just wanted to kind of take a crack at this because I had no plans for the next, 45 minutes as to the top build. So it made sense to do this. And of course, the time I choose to do that is the time when it's like nothing but diorite and granite everywhere. This is an easy way for me to get nice screenshots when I take screenshots of the larger area. And now I don't have to worry about bashing my head. Axonym not spending the stream digging in this economy? I know, right? We were just talking about how expensive my block choices were. All those minerals are going to get dug up next time we do a little bit digging. I can't remember what project it was. It might have been West Hill Landscaping, where I would just take like the first half an hour of the stream or the first hour of the stream and just do nothing but like landscape. Just move dirt around. It was productive. Just the walls now. I think Impulse is doing this as well, where he's temporarily at least making the walls look nice, because he's got to spend so much time looking at the build while he's inside working on it. Got enough concrete I could do some of this. Just to double check, make sure that we've got a good sample size for the test. Yeah, that looks much better. These look really cool. I'm really happy with these. So obviously, I did not do it pointing the right way. I'll have to go over here. I don't... Oh, that's all quartz. Okay, I was like, I can't tell the difference, but that's not the part that you can see the difference on. And it is really hard to see the difference. You can a little bit. When you're far enough away, though. Now here, obviously, you can see it. I don't know, if this had enough design in it, like if we broke that up with some gray or some stuff like, oh, that's a rocket. Stuff like that or stuff like this. I feel like we don't have a lot of depth to work with. That's the only tricky part. But my idea is that these frog lights would be on sticky pistons and they would be sucked up into the inside, and then periodically they would be put down and it would light up. And the idea, if we do it right, it'll look like the warp core on the Enterprise in Next Generation, and just have this, like, it's hard to explain, but like this cascading, like, well, very similar to which one is it, Northwing? Very similar to something like this, right? With the blink, 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 but a little faster. Well, maybe not faster, but much brighter. And it would be like frog lights. And instead of horizontal, it would be vertical, be up and down. And so the only trouble with using pistons is that you'd be able to hear them if I don't put them far enough away. So we'll have to figure that out. Anyway. Lots of good stuff done today. I'm really happy with the way this is looking, and I'm thinking about this now more, and I'm happy with the way that it's going. So lots of good stuff, and lots of work to do still. I really don't know what's happening on the third floor, but we'll get there. Let me pass you along to somebody else playing Minecraft. Let me just refresh my feed here. Pearlescent Moon is playing Hades, and anyone else playing Minecraft? Everyone's on their, like, Friday, I'm playing something else day. Tanisha's playing Minecraft. You guys want to go watch Pearl play Hades? Could do that easily. That or Tanisha playing Minecraft. I will be back tomorrow, Saturday, at 1 o'clock. My Saturday streams are in the afternoon, not the morning, because I like to have a little chill morning on Saturdays. You can follow me on social media, Joel Duggan, very easy to find, and check out Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube. It's where you can watch the entire archive of this whole build. Everything that we've been doing on the server has been archived on Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube. And of course, I talk about it on Mondays on the Spawn Chunks, and we've got baby animals to talk about this coming Monday. So there'll be a new episode out on Monday for the Spawn Chunks with all kinds of cool stuff. And I will be also recording a new episode of the Citadel Cafe coming up soon. I actually have a meeting with Steven this weekend to figure out what we're going to do next and when we're going to record it. Those happen live in the Discord, so keep your eye out for that. And check out Patreon. Right now, annual subs are available, and I'm looking at doing a New Year special on my Patreon. So keep an eye out for that. I will be back tomorrow. Bye for now, folks. Cheers.